Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. Thank you to all my new subscribers. I appreciate you guys. Today we're going to be doing a puddle pour with resin on this 16 by 16 tile. These are the colors I'm going to be using. These are artisan pigments. You can get them on Amazon. Violet, Shiraz, magenta, and copper. And then of course my maroon gold. And I have my Stone Coat white base tint in this hydrogen peroxide bottle. I find it stores better that way. So we're going to jump right in. I have my resin all mixed up. I didn't want to bore you guys with that. It's just the Stone Coat Countertops Art Coat, and that's a 1-to-1 ratio. I stirred it up for 3 minutes, and I had a little bit of extra resin, so I added a little of the Color Obsession Aquamarine. So I'm just going in with my white base tint and covering up this tile, and then I'm going to smear that all around and get a nice even coat. Now I'm going to go in with my heat gun and pop any of the bubbles. When you use your heat gun, don't point it at your piece straight away. Aim it away for about 5 seconds and then put it on your piece. You don't want to blow any dust that might be up in there straight onto your project. Shout out to Doris at DF Designs for that tip. Okay, I have my bubbles popped, and now I'm going to go in and start pouring little puddles. I had no rhyme or reason. I was just trying to test out color combinations and see what colors worked well together. I will link the pigments in the description below. You can get a gigantic starter pack of these, 10 grams each for like $24.99, which is a really good deal. So I'll link that below if you guys want to check them out. I'm going to put some music in the background and speed this up because it took a while. Enjoy! Okay, so now I'm going to take my finger and run it through each of my little puddles, just like so. I kind of like the design just as it was, and I was going to, explore this in a future painting, but I was going for a different look. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think this looks cool just like this? I thought it did. So now what I'm going to do is go in with my heat gun and just blow out any harsh lines. just kind of blend the colors together a little bit. I wasn't trying to go for any design or anything like that. I was just trying to blend the puddles together a little bit. I picked up my tile and tilted it a little tiny bit, not too much. And I apologize, I didn't film this part, but I added a little bit of the extra magenta right across the middle before I let this set up. So basically you can see my piece was not very level. A lot of this ran off the sides, so it's important to make sure that your substrate or whatever you're working on is totally level. Otherwise you're going to have a lot of runoff. So this is 2 hours later. I let this set up for about 2 hours, and I'm taking a popsicle stick and I'm running kind of just squiggly design lines through the colors just to mix them and kind of have some fun, make a cool design. If you do try this technique, just remember this is very super sticky at the 2 hour mark. And I know I'm not wearing gloves, but I was super careful. I didn't get resin on my hand or anything like that. So just starting out, I've never done this technique before. I noticed that when it was sticky, if you kind of run your popsicle stick back over the line that you just made, you're not going to get any funky small little lines running off to the side. So yeah, I'm going to speed this up and just show you guys the designs that I did. And yeah, it turned out pretty awesome. Also, remember to, now that you're moving it around, you're going to get some bubbles. You can see one about to pop up right here. And I actually didn't mind that. In the end, it kind of gave little cool effects. But I also hit this with my torch one last time before I was finished, just to pop any tiny bubbles. But the more you move it around, the more bubbles are going to form. So just keep that in mind when you're doing this. And I didn't show this part, but periodically I was changing out my popsicle sticks if I hopped around to a different spot where there was a different color going on. I didn't want to blend too much and then have it turn muddy. So I switched out my popsicle sticks quite a few times on this piece. I don't know if you would necessarily have to do that, but that's just the way I did it on this go around with this technique. Up here on the corner, if you guys try this technique, you can see I kind of run my arm around the tile after I'm done making my line. And that's so no, little strings of resin were going to run across the piece. So if you do try this technique, just be mindful. There was little small, strings of resin on the end of the popsicle stick. So it's very sticky. And be sure to wear gloves if you do this technique. I didn't, but I was being super careful, but you should always wear gloves when you're working with resin. Okay, so I'm just about done doing all the lines. I didn't want to overwork this piece too much. I know it's easy to do that too, but I'm just going to hit it with my torch and then let it sit for 24 hours. Okay, here it is. I love, love, love this corner right here. It's my favorite. It reminds me of like a fairy or something. You guys see that little blue heart up there in the top left-hand corner? I've been finding hearts in my art. It's really cool. What do you guys think? What are your guys' favorite colors to use? I'm taking a little poll over on my Instagram. So far, purple's winning, but let me know down in the comments what your top 2 favorite colors are to use. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, if you're not already, it's at TishTish2011. This little corner right here, this little section is my favorite too. You can see the aquamarine over the Shiraz is really pretty. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I appreciate you so much. I hope everyone's having a great day, and I will see you tomorrow for another video.